guys, today we're taking a look at the Yellow Squash Sound Labs Acid Burn Overdrive. It's an awesome pedal. It kicked another overdrive I had on my pedal board off of it. Let's go over all the different controls and such we have on it. So, totally standard volume, tone, and gain controls. The tone control has a huge range. The gain control goes from, nice low gain to a great saturated yet clear high gain. But then my favorite control, and the most unique control I think on it, is the lean fat knob. The lean fat knob does much more than just adjust the bass. It adjusts really the whole characteristic of the pedal without ever letting it get too muddy or too overbearing. So for the riff that you heard at the beginning of the song, I had the volume and tone at noon, gain maybe about 2 o'clock, and the lean fat right up the middle at noon. So let's go over some of the controls. First, let me let you hear my clean sound. Now I'm going to turn the pedal back on with those same settings from before. So let's take a look at the gain knob. I'm going to pull the gain knob back to just a little over 9 o'clock. I'm going to throw it up to about 3 o'clock. So let's put the gain all the way up at max. Again, tone at noon, lean and fat at noon. So now let's take a look at what the lean fat control does. So I'm going to pull the lean fat control all the way back. Okay, so this is the far extreme of its setting. So you see, it really tightened up the tone without making it too thin, and that's, again, at the most extreme setting. So here it is, back at noon, just to give you a comparison. And then all the way up. So this is, again, max. So the pedal always retains like the characteristics of its gain and a good amount of clarity, but it's a really powerful tool for shaping the sound. Let's say I have two guitars that are almost identical. One's a backup, but that backup is a little darker than the primary one. So if I'm switching between the two, a little tweak of that lean fat knob will give me a consistent tone between the two. So let's take a look at the tone knob now. I'm going to put lean fat back at noon, gains just above 12 o'clock, and I'm going to take the tone knob back to just above 9. See, it got a lot darker, which is going to be helpful if you've got a super bright guitar, like let's say a really shrill Strat or a really bright Telly that you want to use with this pedal. On the other side of the spectrum, if I take it up to about 3 o'clock, it gets super bright, which again could be helpful if you've got a really dark guitar that you need to brighten up. So the incredible wide range of that tone knob really helps it work with pretty much any guitar. The sweet spot is, in my opinion, around noon, maybe a little higher than noon. Let's hear that again. One last thing I want to show you is something really cool that I think this pedal can do is if you max the gain and the lean fat knob, you get kind of like a fuzz tone. I don't have a fuzz pedal, so this is really useful. So again, this was the Acid Burn Overdrive by Yellow Squash Sound Labs. I'll put a link to the manufacturer's website in the description. You can check out their other pedals as well. They've got the Metal Illness Distortion and the Iron Fist Compressor.